So chapter 1150 of One Piece is easily the craziest chapter we have ever gotten of this series, so of course if that is not worrying enough for you, we are about to be talking crazy spoilers, so get on out of here if you're not reading the manga. 1150 Domi Reversi, and it starts off with the end of Yamato's Golden Pilgrimage. 34 volumes in, and he has finally finished his journey. Does this mean Yamato might actually enter the story in a real capacity soon? I hope so. And also, I'm just ready for more cover stories. This kind of went on for too long. But let's get into the meat of it. Obviously, Gunko gets taken over, and their Conqueror's Haki just starts knocking everybody out on Elbaf. And then that leads us straight into possibly one of the coldest panels Oda has ever given us for One Piece. I mean, Imu/Gunko is looking insane right here. Imu's a literal devil with the tail and pitchfork and all of it. And oh my god, it is bad for Elbaf. Of course, Sommers isn't dead because nobody dies in One Piece. He's slowly getting back up after getting chopped in half, but that also just goes to show that the power of Imu pulling up is insane. And it looks like Robin's really about to spring into action, so I would bet that we get a demon form of Robin again in the next chapter. Because you know she's not going to sit around and just watch this happen. And also, these two forms are strikingly similar, so I really think there's going to be something to this. Is Robin potentially tapping into something similar to what Imu is? Well, that's a theory for another video, but there's something here. And then our goats Dory and Bragi snap into action, wasting no time. It's kind of crazy to me that Imu immediately decides that Dory and Bragi both are going to be the rulers of this island. It's awesome to know that Imu knows who they are, but also terrifying with what's about to happen. But again, Bragi wastes no time. He grabs her up like it's nothing. And then the real craziness starts. Imu pulls out a grimoire, or even potentially an Ars Goetia, but again, we're going to get into that in another video. But magic is now confirmed to be a thing in the One Piece world, which is a huge dub for the Drop Squad Pirates community because we've been talking about this since at least chapter 1138. I've got those videos in this playlist below, check them out. But I can easily confirm with 100% certainty that there wasn't one One Piece theory crafter that thought that Imu was going to pull out a gun. That's right, Imu pulls the strap card out on Bragi and takes his whole arm off. It's insane. And these weapons come from that grimoire. Again, more great things to talk about in another video about this. One Piece really stepped up the savagery because that arm is truly off. It's so bad. And then we get to see this pentagram, and also there's a lot of information on that pentagram. If you zoom in on it, there might be a name there. Yet again, another theory we're going to have to get into. But Imu smacks this Domi Reversi, which means return home, and she returns Bragi to hell. And he comes out even bigger than he already was. When giants are saying, whoa, he's huge, that's a problem. And the fact that his arm isn't fully regrowing, that's kind of weird. And for our final page, we get another god tier spread of Elbaf absolutely collapsing. Dory and Bragi and a large amount of the other giants have all been demified at this point. Is that a word? I don't know, but I'm using it now. Imu is sending them to go take the head of Yarul, and he is standing and fighting it. And I think he gonna lose. This just goes to show that Elbaf is truly not prepared for this. The only people who can even remotely fight on Elbaf at this point is Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, so it's just so bad, guys. Of course, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments.